Welcome, Candice. Thank you very much, Sammy. Again, I'm not going to turn my computer around so that I will be able to remember what I'm going to say. So, Minnie, I would like to say that I remembered I corrected your script, and I can see that you pay a lot of attention to memorize that script. That is a wonderful script. It has a basic organization structure of a speech. It has a great opening. You have 3 points that you are supposed to do in Hong Kong, and you have a summary, a closing. So it's basically a very good script. And as I said in my recommendation to you, I'm also married to somebody from Hong Kong. So I'm very familiar with whatever you're talking about. Recommendations about your script will be your opening. You have a great opening, but the first sentence, you can remove that. Because today, what you said, today I'm going to share with you a story about a trip. But you're not really talking about a trip. But later the opening, you talk about your husband pledged a wish. They make a wish. Most of the time we say pledge a wish in the Wang Taishan temple. Then it's a very romantic story, and it gets a lot of attention. So it's a great opening. Remember last time in our presentation we were talking about how do we open a speech, and then open it with a story is a great way. I think that's a wonderful thing to do. And followed by things to do in Hong Kong, right? You have 3 things. Then I would use the hand gesture approach, borrowed by Sammy. Then perhaps you can say the first thing that you can do in Hong Kong will be you should enjoy authentic snacks in Hong Kong, right? The first thing. Then you say first, second, third. It will be easier for people to follow. We'll be able to understand, have a better understanding. The third thing, I think it holds true to every one of us. If you are not familiar with the pronunciation of the word, I would recommend you to make sure and then practice the words. Take, for example, authentic and tempo, kanji. Those are the words that you did not really pronounce it properly, so that a lot of people might not be able to follow. So if you pronounce that correctly, tempo, authentic, kanji, then we will have a better idea. But I would like to, this is a very good word, because as a Chinese you should all know this word, because we like this for breakfast, right? Kanji, zhou. Yeah. There's another word, very, very complicated, called porridge. But that is, this is made by rice. Porridge is made by wheat. 燕麦粥跟米粥, that's totally different. So as the Chinese, we should know this word very well. Next, Johnson.
Yeah.
Yes, Band of Brothers.
Yes.
Great series. I like that because there's a lot of macho men and a lot of touching stories. And well, I know that a lot of people follow that TV series. Most of the time, we don't call that a film, but follow that TV series alone. Very, very important. And sometimes we can call that TV drama too. And if we call that a film, it means that perhaps it is only a movie. Lasts from something like 90 minutes to 4 hours, but that's only that. But for Band of Brothers, I believe there's 12 series, right? 10, okay, my mistake, 10 series. But the production fee is really, really high. You mentioned that, very important, because it draws people's attention. Wow, a TV series can cost that much money to produce. $100 million US. That's a lot of money to produce a TV series. And I like the way that you talk about Tom Hanks and his co-producer to interview a lot of soldiers and veterans, so that they will be able to have a better understanding how and put all those stories together. Still, I like the way you end the speech. I'm not a hero. I serve with the heroes. I think that's a very touching story. One thing about your speech would be that you will be able to write it a little bit more tailored to the audience. The reason why I said that is I believe a lot of people in this room do not really understand what you're talking about. And if you will be able to, take for example, share with us some slides, it will be easier for people to understand what you're talking about. And share with us slides will be easier for you to memorize your speech. If you share with us the slides, you can get rid of your script, because your slide is your cue. You will be able to follow your cue along the way. Jacqueline used that approach very well. She has no scripts. She used the slides as the cue, right? So I believe you have not you haven't write anything down as your speech. But that is also a way to prepare our presentation. It's very important. Once you have the cue, you have the logical sequence, you know what to talk about. So it's a great approach as well. Still, the same thing. I like your presentation, but we would like to make sure of pronunciation. Take, for example, one word that you really did not make sure that's ecology. Ecology, yes. And just like a lot of, we really do not, a lot of Western things that we do not have in Taiwan, so that we use their terms. But if those are the things that we have in our culture but not in the Western society, then they use our terminology. Take for example, 拉面. You don't have to say hand-pulled noodles. It's called 拉面. Just 拉面. Yes, it's very important. Food. We have to make sure how we eat. Because a lot of times when we go out with our clients, with our friends, with other people, we go to the restaurants. And if you do not know how to call these things, you do not know how to introduce them. So it's 拉面, really. And it's spelled like this. So simple.
Just like tofu, right?
Something like tofu. Yes.
Sushi.
Sushi. Things like that. So you don't go the long way. Go the simple way. Right. So that would be my evaluation. Those are the points that I would like to share with the three of you, and I would like to invite Sandy back on stage.
Thank you, Candace.